What up, everybody? It is your boy, Do It All Loops, and I'm here with my boy,
AV, Artificial AV, man.
and we are here to bring you the Beat Club, y'all. We are the creators of the Stew, and we are here on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I'm a little under the weather, but I am still above ground, so I'm good. AV, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. Got some Starbucks, and I don't even know what I ordered, man. I don't never go to Starbucks.
You feeling fancy today? That was
Yeah.
at least like $11 coffee or something right there.
Nah, I wouldn't have paid for that.
Yeah, man, but you know, my bass and my voice is a little out right now. You know, I left that ish at home. But for the most part, we're going to get this show going, man. I didn't want to leave y'all. Well, not y'all, because Marin ain't here yet. You already know. But I didn't want to leave you here by yourself, brother. I know you and Dimitri would have needed me here. So, you know, I came here and brought my presents. And
I mean, hey, we make shit work, though.
Oh, this is very true. This is true. And on the side, you know, I just didn't want to miss the Beat Club, man. I've been waiting. But, you know, before I get started on everything, bro, how you been? How you feeling? What's going on?
I'm all right. You know, I was at Over Easy yesterday, the day party that we throw.
How was it?
It was
lit?
pretty damn good, man.
Word?
Yeah. Both floors were kind of packed. It was hot, like real
was
hot
hot.
up in there. Yeah.
Well, like, what was the ratio to women to men, though? Was it all right, or
I would
sausage
say
party?
if you were a single guy, you'd be in a good spot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of women in there, man. A lot
Yeah.
of things.
Not my case.
Yeah, not my
Not
case
my
either.
case,
My
not my
girl was
case.
there, so yeah.
That's why, my ass was at
We
home
was
trying to
chilling.
get better. That's what it is, though. Anything else going on? Everything else is good?
Nah, everything else is good, man. How about you?
Everything is cool, man. My birthday, Pisces season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my birthday was Wednesday, but I couldn't really celebrate it because I was damn near on my deathbed.
Was that Wednesday?
Yeah, it was Wednesday, man. I was hurt.
Damn, my dates are off, but
I
yeah.
was hurt, man. I was
Happy
on the
belated
tussin'.
birthday.
Thank you. A year older, man, a year bolder, but I'm still good, man. And I'm glad we on to these new ventures such as the Beat Club. Shout out to Gag Order Network for holding us down.
Yes, sir.
They've been holding us down, man, for quite some time. And for all the people that are just tuning in for the first time, we are the creators of the Stew, and we're here to bring you the Beat Club. It's Beat Club Podcast everything. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can find us. We do something where producers from all over can submit beats, and we'll play their beats on air and give them our 1-2 to let them know exactly how we feel. But before we actually get into that,
What's up?
I got a chance to watch the battle between Swizz and Just Blaze. Now, I was going to talk about this with Marin as well here. I know he probably got some input as well, but did you see the full video?
You know what? I missed a big chunk of it, and that was like towards the beginning. But when I chimed in after my gig on, what was it, Friday?
Yeah.
As soon as I chimed in, Swizz Beatz was like, he was putting on a show. He was tearing a new asshole in Just Blaze. They started calling him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nah. Swizz didn't take that.
Nah.
Swizz didn't take that.
Swizz took that. It
Swizz
wasn't.
didn't take that.
I mean, it wasn't a beat battle like we thought it was gonna be.
What's
they
that
were
mean?
actually playing
Hits?
their hits, and then it was more like a DJ set to me.
Yeah.
But Swizz took that. Swizz took that.
Yo, if anybody out there thinks Swizz took that, you're bugging. I'll let you know right now. Get all those tracks that he took
Nah.
and put it now. Hold on. Get all those get a Swizz Beatz best of mixtape, right? And put it next to a Just Blaze best of mixtape. Take the artists off the beats. You will get tired of the Swizz Beat mixtape in no time because it's the same fucking bop.
Nah.
It's the same. Swizz got charisma and character. Just Blaze was just quiet and let his beat speak. But Swizz didn't take that.
Nah, Swizz took it.
Nah.
I'm telling nah.
Nah. How did Swizz take that?
Nah, listen. I prefer Just Blaze's beats over Swizz all day.
Yeah.
We all know that.
That's why it was a beat battle, though.
Yeah, but just like at the Stew, it's a performance. You got to come with your I mean, yeah, they were playing hits, but you got to perform at the same time. Swizz was performing. He was playing hits. He played
made the rules.
Unreleased records. He stuck to the rules that Just Blaze set and everything. So, he took that.
Nah. I have to disagree, man. I feel like Just Blaze, every track, or almost every track that he played, had you like, oh, like, honestly, if it was just about the beats, Just Blaze would have won. When it came to the hits, like, you know how those people, like, they get amped once their boys are around?
Yeah.
He had Buster. He had Cassidy. He had
but
his man's in the do-rag with the big old Rough Rider joint on standing right next to him.
I mean, he would have been like that by himself, though.
But this is the thing. Swizz has charisma. Swizz has that DJ personality. He's in the, like, he sold it. He made it a show for me. Like, he made it a show, but he didn't win that.
Nah, he won. I don't care. Because Just Blaze started pulling up, some EDM type tracks, and it was like, yo, this is hip-hop. I get it. It was a beat battle, but this was more hip-hop than anything else. And then he started, like, hitting the pads, and he was messing up the records, so it kind of threw me off.
Yeah. Swizz said, why you make all that noise on a classic record?
You know how many people were in that? What was it, on the live feed comment? He had Diddy. I think it was, like, Khaled. Khaled's son was on there. I seen his Instagram.
Yeah.
That was mad funny. Lord Jamar. There was a bunch of people. They all agreed, yo. Swizz took it. It was flawless victory after the second half of that battle.
Yo,
period.
He's really serious.
And the funny part is Just Blaze had, like, he probably got 1 million more records that he could have pulled up.
Yeah.
That probably would have did justice.
I don't think
he didn't do that.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like when someone says beat battle, that's what I'm listening to. I'm listening for the beat battle. I understand the showmanship, like the playing the beats, going around the table and everything that's supposed to do. Showmanship, I get it. But at the end of the day, you could be an ill-ass conductor, but if your beats don't match another person, that's like, okay, not to call people out, but here you go. You know the dude we had at the stew, right? Imagine someone, G-Wiz.
Yep.
Imagine someone with the charisma and the stage presence of G-Wiz,
Yep.
but with the beats of PV.
I mean, I get it, but still.
Swizz has the same bot for like a decade. He's an ill producer. Don't take away from his discography, but as a more versatile and dope producer, I would have to give it to Just Blaze. But
yeah, overall.
Beat battle?
But for whatever setting they had their beat battle or producer battle, whatever that actually
what
was.
Was that then?
Swizz won. That's what I'm saying.
Swizz won?
But if I had to choose, like, if I'm listening to records now and like really
the records
analyzing,
they played that night,
then I would have been like, okay, Just Blaze. I said Just Blaze was gonna win off rip.
Yep.
That was my decision.
All right. So I guess we're gonna have to. Is anybody online right now that's listening to that commenting in as well, man? Because I kind of want to get their feedback on that as well. Because I feel like Just Blaze. I don't think I've seen anybody on his side over there, man. And he was coughing because of the weed smoke and his asthma was flaring up.
He was dolo. He looked hurt.
He looked dolo. You know what I mean?
I seen a couple people in the comments saying his new name is Just Chill because he needed to chill out.
Yo, they're hyping.
Nah.
It's cool. I got love for him.
He does his thing, man. I can't wait to see what else they bring. Because he was talking about, like, Timbaland versus Pharrell.
We just got through talking about that. That's funny.
I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
You know what I mean? Now they had a couple of things that Pete Rock. I think they mentioned A-Rab.
Premier.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple other folks, too,
so that'd be dope. That'd be dope for the... You know what? I think I read in the comments somewhere, and I liked it the best. Just Blaze didn't win. Swizz Beatz didn't win. The culture won.
I love that.
And the culture did win for that one because honestly, it was 2 hours. I looked at the time limit on the video. I was like, yo, this is going to be long as hell, but I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, it was dope, man. It was like they weren't looking for sponsors. They weren't trying to get paid from it. It was just raw hip-hop culture. That was the dopest thing about it.
It was raw. But just to add my 2 cents, I'd spend $10 on a Just Blaze Best Of CD than a Swizz Beatz Best Of CD. Just putting that out there.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, all right.
I know I said before that, you know, Swizz Beatz been making the same beat since like the 90s, and it's true until last night when I really heard like, oh, whoa, hold on, Swizz produced that, and I had no idea. So
you got the bop. Swizz got the bop.
I got to take that back. I was
wrong.
You
gonna take it back? Nah,
I have to. I'm not. When you wrong, you got to admit you're wrong. I was wrong. Swizz had some bangers that didn't sound like his typical. You know, the bop he got.
Yeah,
I got to show respect, man.
I don't know. I think all of them just sound like Swizz Beatz records, but...
Nah.
There was one that caught you off guard?
There was a few. I don't remember the exact ones, but I feel like there was the Beyonce one does sound like Swizz. I can't remember.
The reason why you can't remember because all of them sound like Swiss. That's what that is. You can't remember all of them sound like Swiss.
There was a couple.
There's some beats that Just Blaze played, and I was like,
Yeah, I wouldn't
If
have
it was,
known
yeah,
who made it.
like come on, like 'cause you remember when Just Blaze, he had like a lot of times he came out like a lot of the horns and stuff at one period of time. What's up, Marin? Round of applause for Marin making it through. Yeah.
Okay, hold up. What time is it? 1:11.
Oh shit! Yo, you know what?
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you listening to us on the app while here at the same time?
I'm like, why do I hear myself?
Yeah, I brought Airborne just in case, because I am sick. So I'm just letting you know, brother, you could take one. It tastes like Flintstone vitamins from back in the day.
He got SARS or something.
Yeah, I got SARS.
It's all good, man.
You might want to come over here, bro. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Go
If
over
you ain't
there.
trying to get sick, I don't
cough
know.
on you, bro. I cough when you was over. You know what I mean? But yeah, we ain't doing the headphones today.
Okay.
We just rocking out and talking. Matter of fact, here you go. Since you just came in, you heard us talk about.
Yeah, I didn't see it though.
Oh,
I missed it, man. I missed it. I'm mad I missed it, and I was trying to catch some replays, but all the videos seemed like they were taken down. Or
we got on Slack. Is this still on Slack?
It might be. I think Hot 97 is the only one with the link up still. So
yeah, that's what I was trying to check, and it wouldn't.
for real?
For some reason, it wouldn't play when I was trying.
Where'd the footage go from Swiss's phone? Because I seen Ebro was holding the phone up for like 2 hours.
When you're on IG Live, that's it.
Oh, that was IG Live the whole time.
That's why you had to catch it.
Oh.
But I caught the replay. I mean, I was watching it, but I caught the replay on when they still had it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
two
so
people had
mad.
it
I can't really weigh in on that. I'm mad. I missed it. Like I missed everything about that. But that was a good good matchup, man. Definitely good for those guys who don't have to do anything of that nature. Like these are some real accomplished producers. I mean, like I heard y'all debating about it. That's good. That's good convo, man.
Yeah,
like these guys don't have to do this, and they still love it, and they're still excited. So that's like something for the producers out there, man. All the up and coming guys and guys that we work with at the Stew and everything like that. Like that's what it's about, man. This is about if it's not fun, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what looked dope about it. Like I've seen little pieces, like little clips, but I ain't really get to see it, man. And it was what, 3 hours?
It was like 2 hours.
Yeah, they said there was an hour that we didn't see though. They said that's what Just Blaze kept saying on his Twitter. He's like, there's a whole hour before that the actual live streams went up. Yeah. So I guess they're gonna put it on some type of platform. I forgot what it was.
That'd be smart for them. I think that'd be smart. Control the culture, man.
Yeah,
I think it was dope. If they can do something like that.
Yeah. That's tough though.
What?
Just Blaze.
It's just not tough.
Swizz. No, I know what you. No, I know what you mean because Just Blaze is dope. But think about it. Let's really think about Just Blaze for a second.
Yeah.
Just Blaze is like, he's like a chameleon producer. Like, I mean, and that's versatility. Yep. But at the same time, like he literally can just, it's just like, oh, you want that? Oh, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Swizz kind of breaks the mold. It's like things that are not supposed to. It's not supposed to be good, but it's good because it's a feeling, and you can't duplicate that. Like the feeling is what music is really all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's tough because I get what you're saying. Just Blaze, like technically, is like so sound and so out of here, but Swizz is not about that. There's nothing technical about what he's doing. It's in your face. I mean, he literally, think about Tear the Roof Off. That the beat is doom 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 doom. But the feeling of the record is undeniable. Dog, he made us change the way we listen to music, and you can't front on that. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like all the joints, if not the majority of the joints Swizz played, they all just, though they were dated, the beats, I don't think we would rock to them today like that. I think they all still sounded dated. I feel like Just Blaze has timeless beats, like just timeless production.
Yeah, he does.
Whereas Swizz Beatz, I was like, even when he was chopping up the beats on the spot, he was like doing the same drum pattern every time. It was boom,
That's
boom,
his
bam,
thing.
boom. Yeah, but
if it
Swizz
ain't broke,
has the
don't
bop.
fix it.
Swizz has the bop. I get it. Like he's the man at that. But I also felt like because they were playing hit for hits, if it wasn't for like the Locks or DMX on the records or Swizz on the records, who has the perfect DJ voice.
But the thing about it is that the artist has to believe.
Oh yeah.
So imagine that. Like if you just listening to a beat CD or something, you might be like, okay, whatever. But if you're in the studio with Swizz and he plays the beat and you believe, that's special, bro.
I get it.
Like, it's just like even James Brown. I mean, you would agree, like, James Brown's probably like one of the greatest talents.
Right.
Amazing. But what he did, what even his own musicians would be like, this is some BS. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, this dude, like, this ain't even music. Like, this note ain't supposed to be here. Like, why you want me to play the drums this way? You know, like all talented musicians, and they're like, nah, this ain't right. But it felt so good. So I think Just Blaze is definitely I would say Just Blaze is probably a better producer, like producer, technical producer, but damn, Swizz got a gift that like it's special. It's special, man.
I don't think, I mean, you can mark me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's anybody else out there on the level that sounds like Swizz. Like, Swizz has his pocket, like that Swizz Beatz sound.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who can do sounds like his,
and that's
but
important.
Still can't touch.
Al Green had a sound.
I get
like,
it.
Al Green joints sounded the
ain't
same.
making beats right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get the sound, but as far as I was told, it was a beat battle. So when I was listening to it, it was like a beat battle.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think
they
use on the battle.
They used the wrong word.
So they played hits for hits. They said, I'm gonna play my hits versus your hits.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
All
right. So here we go. Ready?
Yeah,
Marin,
like, Primo and Pete Rock do that all the time.
Yeah, but
they have an event based around.
But they was talking about like, all right, we're gonna use 4 sounds and this and that, and we're gonna do everything
I saw that
live.
on the trailer video.
That's why I thought they were gonna be creating something like on the spot.
Did that ever happen?
I don't know, because I missed, like I said, I missed like
that's
the
probably
first.
the beginning. Yeah, that's probably the first. I feel
like they were playing around DJ set wise at the very beginning off of Just Blaze.
Because if it came down to that, I think Just Blaze would have definitely.
Yeah, like, come on, making something on the spot. I definitely, but there's some. There's still something about it's not. I get the debate, but it's tough, man. It's like,
you know what? And I think you heard it because you was listening to it on the TuneIn app.
Yes, sir.
They said. I read the comment that said the culture won that night. And that was a dope thing. Yeah. Because now I'm looking forward to the next one. We were just talking about Timbaland and Pharrell, and they're talking about getting Timbo and Pharrell.
That'll be crazy.
You know what I mean? But there was something that Swizz said, and I think Just said the same thing back. He's like, there was many a beats that Just Blaze made that he's like, I wish I could have made. You know what I mean? Just Blaze said the same thing about Swizz. Because there was some joints. I give it. Swizz has some of those records.
Swizz, I'm telling you, Swizz has moments.
It's me, bitches. Is that the song with the?
Yeah, it's me, bitches. Exactly. That was a moment. That was a moment. That's what I'm saying. Even the, on to the next one was a moment. Like, they're always moments. Though.
Same bot.
Even Eve, What You Want. When that dropped at that time, that was a crazy moment. Like, there's so many moments. And, like I mentioned, Tear the Roof Off, Busta Rhymes. When I come through in the video, like, come on, bro. That, like, Swizz, that's what I'm telling you. He has a gift that Just will never have. Just doesn't have that gift. Just doesn't have like, he's not an energy guy. But he can, but he's in the lab, he's a magician, dog. That's magic.
Beat scientist.
That's magic. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Well, hit us up on Twitter, man, and let us know. You're on Twitter or Facebook right now?
Both.
Well, hit us up on Twitter and Facebook, Beat Club Podcast. Let us know what you think about the Just Blaze and the Just Blaze and Swizz Beatz battle. Let us know who you thought won or who you thought took it. Or what was the best moments? Let us know exactly what you think, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere else across the board, Beat Club Podcast. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And now that we got all the fellas here, that's me, Artificial AV, and Mr. Marin over here. We can actually start
in the building.
Yeah. But before I start, Marin.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Anything else new going on before we get into our next segment? Anything you want to talk about first?
Nah, man, I feel good, man. Good to be here. Overall, good weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just ready for all this stew business, man. Besides, we got some dates locked in. You know what I'm saying? That the podcast launch on March 17th. And, of course, the Stu Beat Showcase, man. So all the producers out there. Should I make that announcement now?
Nah. You want to do it right now?
Yeah.
You want to do it right now?
Should I do it now?
Yeah, what you mean?
You sure?
Put
right
that out
now?
there. Yeah.
Tell them
y'all better start registering right now. Get on it.
Yeah, let's go, man. April 9th, man. That's what it's looking like,
April
man.
9th at Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of the Swizz Beatz Showcase, Season 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Be losing track. We've been doing it so long.
Yeah.
It's like forgetting your anniversary and shit. Right? Like, but yeah, man, so check it out. We talked long enough, man. I guess it's time to get on to our segment. We got the beats. See the beats right here on the screen?
Yeah,
so
that
exactly
works.
what's coming through.
That works.
So with no further ado, we're going to get right into it, y'all. So check it out, y'all. So check it out, y'all. We got a segment here called Keep It or Cut It, where producers submit their beats. Go ahead, do your thing, B.
No.
Someone got okay. Producers submit their beats. We listen to them, give my little 1-2. Hey, and our special guest just walked in as well. We give my 1-2. We let them know if we're gonna keep it or cut it. Give them some constructive criticism. What's going on? And we're gonna keep it rocking, man. So what we do, we got a couple of beats that was submitted in network and out of network. How you doing, sir? I'm a little sick. And we're gonna get right into it. So we got the first submission. We know him for sure. I Know Shells.
What up?
Shout out to I Know Shells. He came out to the studio a couple of times, more than a couple of times.
Yeah, he always comes
several
through, man.
several times. He's been there numerous times supporting us, man. And we have him. He submitted a track called 3. So we're gonna give it a listen and let him know if we're gonna keep it or cut it. So check it out, everybody. We just had our special guest walk in, man. This is Wake Anderson from Soundbridge, man. You can pull the mic over there. What we're going to do, since you're here, since you listen to the beats as well, before we actually get an actual interview, we want you to be a part of the process and let people know if you're going to keep it or cut it. So we're going to go around the table and see what it is. We had a producer named I Know Shells submit a track called 3. Avi, what did you think about it?
First off, I'm going to keep it. I mean, this dude has progressed like tremendously over the past, I think it's been a year or 2 now.
Yeah,
he's been a part of the stew.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years almost. Yeah, that was well put together, man. And just to hear like where he came from the beginning to that beat right there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Cool.
Yeah, everything was good, solid, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Avi, man. I mean, yeah, I guess we're listening from that perspective too. You know what I'm saying? We've been hearing him. He always comes through what we call the open kitchen at the stew, and he comes through and he comes through with that mentality of like, yo, I'm just here to share and spread love, man. So it's dope. But yeah, I'll keep the beat straight to the point. I'll keep it. Everything was in the pocket. All the sounds were where they needed to be. It sounded like mixed well. Like it sounded like it was mixed right. I loved the bass line. And just the way he brought the sounds in. Like it was dope, man. It was definitely a dope mix of sounds because it had that trap sound, but at the same time it had those real hip hop elements that I love. You know what I mean? So It was dope. Good work, man. I'll keep it.
Wake.
I thought it was very well mixed. I thought it was really clean. Everything sounded pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't sound like it was too muddied up. Not a lot of layers. Kind of every sound had its own space. Definitely heard a little bit of a trap vibe in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it wasn't overly done. I think the samples were chosen well. I think the synthesizers were well programmed and sounded clean.
Hey.
So that's to keep it from you? You gonna keep it?
Yeah, I'd keep it.
I'm gonna say this. I talked to Shells. I think the last time I seen him at the Stew, and he was telling me that he's been working on his mixing. I think he's been working with artists, which helped him work on his mixing, and it shows on that track.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it short. You guys said everything I needed to say, so I'm gonna keep it as well. So that's 4 keep it's off the rip.
Let's
First
go.
track. I know Shells, man. Shout out to you, bro. Keep him coming. I think that might be the only one he submitted, but
Yeah, that's his first one.
that's his first one. Keep him coming, man. I love the progress, and I hope to see you at the Stew, April 9th.
April 9th, brother.
So check it out, right? So we talked to our man's last week. He's from Nevada, right?
Yeah.
DJ Lettuce.
DJ Lettuce.
Yeah. So we got
okay.
something from DJ Lettuce. Lettuce, you finally made it on. I believe you made it on before. You might need to check a previous episode, but we got you on this one, bro. DJ Lettuce submitted a track called Girl, G.I.R.L. You can find him at you can find him at DJ LETTUS. My fault. And also you can find I know Shells at I know, that's KNOW, Shells, that's SHELLZ. You guys got to excuse me, I'm under the weather a little bit, so I'm moving a little bit slow motion. So we're going to get it going anyways with DJ Lettuce, Girl. Let's take a listen.
Let's give your beats an upgrade. DJ Lettuce, 702-418-9327.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
That right there, check. That right there was DJ Lettuce. Hey, yo, Dimitri, can you do me a favor? Can you play that back one more time just so I can hear the drop? Because I feel like I missed that drop, and I heard it was a really good drop.
In the
the
beginning.
very beginning. Can I just hear it from the very beginning?
Let's give your beats an upgrade. DJ Lettuce, 702-418-9327.
The Beat Club.
Hit you in the gut.
That was very unpredictable. Check. We good. So after listening to that was DJ Lettuce with Girl. I'm gonna go around the room. Marin, what's your thoughts?
I'm keeping it off the rip, man. Very well produced. Yeah, man. Like you know, the way it started off, nice and melodic, and then it just dropped hard, and it, you know, he definitely kept it interesting and switched up the vibe. Like every 8 bars or so, just went into something different.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was dope, man. I was impressed with that, man. I was impressed, DJ Lettuce. That was dope, man. Shout out to Las Vegas, man. Everybody on the West Coast, man.
Yeah.
Salute.
So that's to keep it from Marin.
I'll keep it.
Yeah, I'm keeping that off the rip. I like the arrangement of the track. It was very different. You stepped outside the box. Sounds were in the pocket. Everything sounded mixed well, and you had my attention from the beginning. So keep it.
All right, we're gonna go to the sound guru over here. Wake, what was your thoughts, man?
I thought it was pretty interesting. It definitely went through some different moods, different atmospheres, but it was pretty well done. I really liked the almost like, you know, it sounded like there was a gator on there. There's some rhythmic elements. I kind of like to glitch out my stuff too, personally. So I like to, you know, experiment with the rhythm, experiment with like, you know, delays and, you know, gators and beat smashers and stuff like that. When, you know, you tend to quantize everything with the MIDI, right? And then you just need to kind of like liven up the sound. I thought that's what grabbed my ear initially. And yeah, I thought the transitions were smooth, despite, you know, being different ideas.
Very different.
Yeah.
Nice. That was the one thing that caught me off guard as well, was the constant switches. Like every, would you say 8 bars or so? Just about, yeah. But I liked it because none of them seemed to be, everything seemed to fit. Every transition went into the next transition or next portion of the beat well. It didn't feel like it was like a real hard cut transition whatsoever. It was like, okay, where did this come from? Why did he go there? So it went rather smooth. And I think if I don't think of it like a hip hop track, as far as like, you know, 16 bar structure and just experiencing just the music, that I'd enjoyed it. So I'm gonna keep it as well. So that's 4 keep it's across the board. Is that keep it?
Keep it.
Damn. All right. So DJ Lettuce, man, that was the track called Girl. That is DJLETTUS. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Let us know what you thought about the beat as well. But DJ Lettuce, we rock with you. So keep them coming, man. I'm glad you made it on the show. Keep them beats coming through. So we got a new submission from Vance Young. First time ever submitting, so I'm interested to see what this is. It's a joint called Sun Showers. So we're going to give it a listen.
We need those.
We need the sun showers.
We need those.
Some sun showers. So we're going to give it a listen right now, man. Vance Young, let's go.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
I was Vance Young. Yo, what I'm going to do is, because Marin, you're in such deep thought right now. Marin, Vance Young, sun showers. Did you get your daily dose of sun? You good? Were you feeling it?
I'm going to cut it, man.
Why you going to cut it?
I'm going to cut this one. It was cool. It was cool. But the main thing that was bothering me the whole time was the drum sounds, the choice of drums. That was like the old school West Coast drum. I don't know, man. That's just bad drum sound choice, man. That's the only thing that ruined it for me. Everything else was pretty dope. Like that, you know, that I don't even know what you want to call that sound, that synth or whatever that was playing. Yeah, that was dope. That was a good, you know, it was a real simple, repetitive loop, but it still worked.
Yep.
It had that grit. It had that feel. But it was the drums that killed me, man. He needed some better drum sounds and a better drum pattern, in my opinion. So I had to cut it. I had to. Only thing. Dope transition too. Dope when it switched, because we was waiting for it, and that was dope. That was dope. But I gotta cut it, man. You gotta tighten up the drums, bro.
All right, one cut it from Marin. Wake from Soundbridge, my man. What you thinking?
I wasn't really paying attention to the drums. You know, the synth was, you know, the synth melody was pretty good at the beginning, but I liked how it switched to the ambient kind of almost like spacey atmospheric vibe, in the second half there. But I'm going to have to agree. I think I'm I would probably cut it too, just because I thought that there could have been more rhythmic variation too in the beginning part as well.
I love it. I love the critique. Avy.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it, man. I feel like it started off good.
Y'all was rocking with it, man.
I was
I
rocking.
rocked the Swizz Beatz beats too, but I don't like them all. So what? Game time.
I was rocking. It definitely had a bop because that the drum loop was pretty cool.
The production was good.
The low end on the bass drum was like, it hit me when it first started, but then it kind of got repetitive until it got to the transitional point. I didn't like the transition though. It was all right to me. Yeah. I felt like I could have did that. And if I feel like I can do it and you can't do better than me, then I'm gonna have to cut it. That's how I'm gonna critique it.
So hold up, is that 3 cut-its already?
Yeah.
It don't matter. Damn.
It was pretty good, but yeah.
It was a dope submission.
It was a dope submission.
Ain't no on the fence.
Man-made decisions here. Yeah, you know what I mean? Man-made decisions. Dimitri, would you keep that?
He's like
Dimitri said
he's
cut
always
it as well.
out of
Yeah. So that was Vance Young with Sun Showers. I'm gonna say overall, dope sound selection. I like the instruments. I did like the transition as well. However, the ambient sound and everything that you were mentioning, like the atmosphere.
Yeah, I like that.
I thought that was cool. The beat transitioning into that point, I felt like it just could have just been like 2 separate beats or something, and I would have been happy. I don't know about them both being on the same track together. It didn't really work for me, so I'm also going to throw a cut it out there as well. Dope beat, but just not for us today. So that's a cut it. Dimitri?
He's like,
He put his head down.
Just cut it. But it's still a dope submission, so thank you so much to Vance Young for Sun Showers, man.
Submit some more, brother.
Please submit some more and keep it going, man. So we're going to listen to a couple more, but I know you guys are hearing this 4th voice in the studio, and you're like, okay, well, it's your special guest, and it's a dude named Wake from Soundbridge, but I kind of have to just let him introduce himself so you know exactly where you're getting his feedback from. So, Wake, can you let the people know just a little bit about you for a second so they can understand the weight of your feedback when you talk?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Wake Anderson, and I'm the founder of Soundbridge, and we're an advanced audio technology company located in Boston. And we have a digital audio workstation that's out on the market now, and it's completely free. And it has all the tools you need to, create high caliber music. Same on the equivalent as some of your more professional softwares, which, as we all know, range in price from $100 to $2,000, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's the first digital audio workstation designed for Microsoft's Universal Windows platform, so it handles very well. You take all your professional functionality with you on the go on a Microsoft Surface. And that's kind of like what's been very attractive to people because
smacking Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
and that's for the working man, for the blue collar guy, because the Windows is cheaper, man.
Yeah, exactly. And you it's the same file format. So what you do on the tablet, also you can bring that with you on the desktop for fine precision tuning. So we find a lot of people on the road getting initial ideas down or just using it to record found sound. And then they bring that back and they use the samples that they got out in the field back in their home production. They turn it into something that's fully mastered and produced.
So it's safe to say that you know about sound.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would hope so. The whole software, all the feature sets was completely designed by me and my team. We're pretty much just 4 developers, and we got some people working marketing, but that's it compared to some of the competition out there. We're almost 3 years old, starting next month, but we have 2 new products that are coming out. And I can't say too much about it, but let's just say it contains virtual collaboration capabilities.
We got to tap into that later on during the interview. Yeah. Might have to pull that out of you just a little bit during the interview to find out what that is.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, dope. Cool. So there you go. So just to let you know, Wake is certified when it comes to the feedback, man, when it comes to the sound. So please just know that each and every one of us, we come from different backgrounds, we do different things, but we all love music.
Free software. That's all I heard. I
didn't hear anything. She said free 99.
I didn't hear anything else, bro.
You about to go buy a PC, huh?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yo, producers
Oh my
out there.
gosh.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're hip.
We also have a Mac version too. So
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
that. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
tap,
I
cool.
downloaded it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Just checking.
I haven't created
yeah.
anything yet, but I'll get to that point.
Because it's taking me a while to learn this PC life again. But yeah, the Surface is smacking Apple right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. But we ain't going to get back to that. You know, it's cool. We're going to get back to Keep It or Cut It, though. We got something submitted by Manny Beach Shy. We had something submitted by Manny Beach Shy before. They're from Chi-Town.
Okay.
We did confirm that.
Yep.
Something called Typo. So it's Manny Beach Shy. And if you want to know exactly what the producer's screen name or IG name or Twitter name is, whenever we post our shows on Tuesday, it is on SoundCloud and within the Soundwave. We tag each and every producer so you can find them as well. And just in case, I don't spell it right or whatever on air. So with no further ado, Typo. Let's go. Manny Beach Shy. What? We got little technical difficulty or something. We're just going to make it work. All right, well, I guess I can spell it out now. It's MANNYBEATSCHI, like Chi-Town.
Damn, I can't even see that.
No, we're good now? Let's let it rock. Typo.
The Beat Club.
Looks like
wasn't really a
check.
beat.
It looks like there was a typo.
Yeah, man.
So yeah,
It ain't April yet, bro.
yeah.
Damn,
Got April Fools real quick, right? So I don't know what was up with the typo beat, but we're just gonna have to skip over that. It was just like dead air.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up
Yeah,
on Twitter.
hit him
and see
up,
what
know,
he
man.
says.
I like the white noise.
Yeah, the white noise was cool. It was hot. It was real
I
pooty.
thought, yeah, I was.
That
real
ambient,
pooty.
ambient noise.
It was
man.
hot.
Rocking out.
It was
on
hot.
the noise generator.
I'm gonna meditate to that.
So next
Next one we got is
Joseph Giuliano.
Joseph Giuliano. Track called Roses. I think you can find him on Instagram at. How you say that right there? Giuliano.
Joel's Giuliano.
You know what? We tagging him in the SoundCloud link, and we're gonna tag him on Instagram as well, because we ain't trying to sound that out. I went to art school, so we're gonna keep it rocking, man. But a joint called Roses by Joseph Giuliano. Yo, let's get it rocking.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
So that was Joseph Giuliano with Roses. So, Wake, what's your thoughts on that?
I thought it could go someplace else. It was a little bit repetitive. When the hi-hat came in, that's kind of what, made it drive a little bit more towards the second half of it. But I thought there could be probably cooler things to do with it.
Okay.
I'm going to have to chop it.
All right. He's cutting it.
Chop.
He hit it with the chopper.
Chop. He's just ready for it.
Yeah, I would cut it off. Yeah, I would cut it.
Yeah.
But definitely a real dope submission. what I loved was the sample, man. Like the way the sample was chopped and arranged, that was dope. Like that was incredible. But I just think it was poor drum choice again. You know what I'm saying? Like the pattern itself was a different take on it. Like I kind of could appreciate that, but the sound of the drums was like was like just killed me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it was missing. Like it was missing like a funkier drum pattern with a dope bass line, and then it would have been out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been easily out of there. Like just adjust those two things. But you know that's my personal preference. You know what I mean? But still, it did need a little bit more excitement to it because it's already a mellow joint.
Yeah.
We get it. You're going for a mellow vibe, but you need to kind of offset it with some dope drums, really, you know what I'm saying? Some dope, loud, knocking drums, you know what I mean? Not
Swizz Beatz drums.
Yeah, not necessarily, not Swizz Beatz drums.
Nah,
some Just Blaze drums. some Just Blazy drums, actually. Yeah, you know, Just Blaze would have killed that. He would have definitely killed it because, it just had that vibe, man. It definitely had that vibe that I love. It felt like a good day, you know?
What?
Yeah, I agree. It felt like a good day. Let me see though. I mean, y'all basically said everything.
Pretty much.
I think it could have used some MC samples or something, like some vocal samples, just hits, just something, and
something's missing.
Some cymbals or something.
Exactly, a random horn coming out of nowhere.
I initially liked the idea, the vibe. It was like very like MF Doom kind of like this mellow, chill back, almost like kind of like lazy stoner vibe, which I love. But just to animate it more, I think that there probably could have been more samples. There could have been, especially when I get into ruts like that, I just like, all right, let's just get some vocal samples in here. Let's,
Exactly.
You don't even have to, you could go to YouTube and, vid the MP3, rip off, whatever.
Producers, y'all know what's up.
You can grab it, take the vocals, bring them in, distort them somehow.
Yeah, I know.
Well, throw them up on there.
That is what it was missing.
When you're taking like couple seconds at a time, just something that had some delay,
Yeah. But no, I love the sample. I would have changed the drums, but I would say one thing you could have added that would have gave it some color was like an open hi-hat with a closed hi-hat, and like switch that, like played with that a little bit. That would have gave it a little bit of bump throughout the beat playing. So
you cutting it?
No, I'm cutting it, but I'm trying to give some feedback too. Like,
the eyebrow he gave you though. He's like,
yo,
you cutting it?
He gave me the people's eyebrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some open hi-hats, play around with that a little bit, and maybe like one other melody sound in the background, and like, I don't know, touch the soul. But yeah, I'm cutting it.
Y'all, well, on mine, I feel like you guys said everything. This might be one of those things because the drums were lacking that it might have needed an artist. If that was like the final beat, it might have needed an artist on it.
Yeah, it needed some kind of melody.
It needed
like
something.
or like, a lot of times you don't know if the producer's also producing this for like a rapper or if they're producing it as like an instrumental.
Exactly.
You know, so like I don't know, but like it definitely needed something, even if it was like an MC, like just sample rap, Just
it was missing something, and I listened to the majority of the beats as if there is never going to be an artist on it whatsoever, because I just listened to just the music, and the music did sound like it was just missing something. But I will say the same thing everybody else said. The sample was on point.
Yeah.
It was real laxing. It was on point. So, but I'm gonna have to say cut it as well. So that was full cut it.
Yep.
Cross it.
Yep.
Dimitri, you want to cut that? Sure.
Sure.
But it was a really decent submission as well, man. So that was Roses by
cut the
Joseph
shit.
Giuliano, man.
Dimitri said, "Cut the check." Cut the check.
Yeah, man.
Brother.
But we're gonna move on, man. Thank you so much for submitting, Joseph. Please send more. That sample was on point. Just because we cut it just means it doesn't work with us here. But we might vibe with some more stuff that you send. So send it on over, man. Beat Club Podcast, everything, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're listening right now and you're like, hey, how do I submit my beats? Go to beatclubpodcast.com. You'll scroll down, see a button, click that button, and drop as many beats as you want in there, and hopefully to make the show. So next up, what is this?
Seymour Digwells.
Oh, I think that we just dropped this government on it. That is definitely government. He goes by Eel Beats.
I think so.
It's called Thing. I think so. Eel Beats called Thing. Yeah, it's Sting. All right, so we're just gonna give it a listen right now.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Okay.
Okay then.
We just got woken up a little bit. That was Swizz Beatz with Thing, and we were all rocking, pretty much.
Yeah.
Avi, your thoughts?
Keeping it, man. It was that raw hip hop, man. It had all the elements. I loved it, so I'm gonna keep it.
Keep it straight to the point.
Straight to the point, man.
Wake, what's the word?
Yeah, I think a lot of, what I was suggesting should have happened in the previous song actually happened in this song.
Word up.
And, it just had a lot of different sounds and instruments coming in. I could hear a cowbell that just randomly came in, and it had a drop. And then, it came back on the downbeat real well. But the beginning just really was a really great start, Even like in other genres like psytrance and stuff, they're always ripping it from, ripping samples from like sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So that's always been a part of the electronic music production from even the early stage. So definitely gives it some good life. So I'd keep it. I keep this one.
Two keepers right there. Swizz Beatz. Marion, you smiling, so I think I know
man,
what's
that
going on.
that was an instant keeper as soon as it dropped. As soon as you heard I don't know what movie that was from or whatever it was, but the intro, it was just. As soon as we heard that, it was like, oh, yeah, this is about to be something special. You could just always tell. And then it dropped and, dope bass line, real simple, raw, to the point joint. But, like, it was just enough elements in there to keep it exciting and keep it going. Me and Loops was definitely waiting for a switch. We was looking at each other like, yo, it's coming. But it didn't happen, but there was enough elements in there to keep it interesting and keep it going. So, yeah, I'm keeping it, man. I would use that beat. I would rap to it, man. So I might have to snatch that MP3 up for myself. That's the advantage I have.
Dibs.
Artists out here, I'm trying to put y'all on, fam.
Oh.
Shout out to all the artists, man. Like this is an opportunity to network. So I might have to snatch that beat up, brother.
And I don't know if the listeners even know, but Mark Maron, you're also an MC.
I rap a little bit sometimes. Man.
Said a
I
little
don't
bit.
Rap, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, you MC, I know that Motivate too.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
Sometime soon, man. It's
2017.
When Dre drops his album, then I'll drop mine.
Damn. All right.
That means you in retirement.
But that was what? That was a keep it.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
For me, as soon as the track was put down, like as soon as I heard the first couple of seconds, I had the feeling like this is up there. All he has to do is basically what's the word? You know how like you have a dope sample and it's up to you if you're gonna like screw it all up. Like like you're already good, you're already rocking till you're like yeah, and then the person just drops something on you like why did they do that? This person didn't do that at all. He kept it just flowing. Everything was smooth, and when it came to waiting for something to switch up, it was like something as simple as just dropping out the snare. It was like a real crashy trash can slapping type snare that came in. I don't know what it was.
Raw.
It was raw, yeah. Like so, it dropped out and then it came back in. It's something that sometimes that's all you need. It's just to try to change up your drums just a little bit, just the little subtleties that count. So it made me appreciate the beat a lot. And I'm going to say keep it from my end as well. And that's 4 keep it's across the board for Ill Beats. That's the first time ever having Ill Beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
I
time?
don't know. I
Send
never heard
more.
that name.
Beat
Yeah.
us beats.
Yeah,
Give us more.
That was ill.
And I think we can squeeze in a couple more before the break, man. But we know this brother right here, Technology RI.
Mm-hmm.
Submitted a track called Winning. He submitted a beat before. I think the first beat we played from Technology is when we had like 5 people over there, and it was like, keep it.
Yeah, Jay was here. Yeah, Jay was here.
So,
Matter of fact, happy birthday to Jay, man. His birthday just
word?
was yesterday, I believe.
All right. Happy birthday, man. I don't know if you're listening, but happy birthday. And if you want to hear your happy birthday, you can log on to beatclubpodcast.com or SoundCloud or iTunes on Tuesdays and listen to this right here to hear your happy birthday.
No doubt, man. Big up the Gag Order Network, man.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
So we're going to take a listen right now to Winning by Technology. Let's go.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
So that right there was Winning by Technology. He's from Rhode Island. I'm going to go around and say, Wake, what was your thoughts?
Had a really good 80s vibe. I thought, the sample was doing a lot of work. Not the biggest fan of Genesis either. I'm going to have to cut it.
Was it because of Genesis or? Maybe.
I did like the sample, but I agree with Wake. It did a lot of the work. I think there were at least a couple switches in there, and I don't know if something switched, it would have had me. So personally, I'm gonna have to cut it. Dope record though.
All right, Marin.
Yeah, I had to cut it as well. Yeah, I just think. Yeah, I mean, he could have chopped it up a little bit more. I just expected a little bit more, especially with the intro, man, because you just hear, you're like, okay, clearly this is a dope sample. Like, this is dope. But I was expecting just for him to kind of flip it more, like actually do a flip. Like, it wasn't a flip. It was more of a loop. I understand why you looped it because it's a great loop. I'm not mad at it, but I just felt like he kind of looped it and tried to keep it true to the actual original, like even with the drum sound choice too. Like it was kind of soft and kind of blended in versus like popping out. So it was kind of like it never really dropped. Like even when the drums came in, it didn't sound like we just knew it happened, but you didn't feel it happen. So yeah, man. I have to cut it, man.
Yeah,
but definitely good sample, though.
We had high expectations.
Yeah, I did, man.
That's all it was.
I was waiting for a flip. Like, I thought it was about to just drop and make us, you know what I'm saying? Make that face, and it didn't happen.
I would say, like, when you have samples like that and it stays consistent and you're not going to flip it, them drums gotta amp it up. They got to do something to it. If the drums are just on chill mode and the sample is just the same, it's like, why? I don't know. I just feel like, why? You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to
you might
do
as well
something.
just looped it and then don't add nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because some loops are dope like that. Just loop the joint.
I get
you know what I mean?
You know, with the whole build-up, everybody looking for drops nowadays and everything with the build-up and even, back in the day with diplomats and stuff like that. We would hear the beginning of the sample, and you know that flip would come.
Yeah,
and he's like,
switches.
oh! But now that didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't
so
happen.
for that, it kind of just lost me. So that's a cut it on my end as well, man. But dope nonetheless, but just not for me. So
Yeah.
cut it. So that's Technology RI with winning.
Yeah. Dope, man. Thank you for submitting, though, man. He always sends us joints.
Always,
And it's always quality. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's always quality music, man. So we rock with you, but you got cut today, bro.
All right, Dimitri, can we fit one more in before the break? Cool. So we got someone else that submitted. Don't have their Twitter or IG name, but we're just gonna go with Derek Easley with a track called Ride.
I feel like we heard this before.
We have?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we're gonna find out. If we heard it before, we'll just keep it moving. But
The names look
it does look familiar.
I mean,
right?
I know we've heard a submission from him. I think when we did Tune for Tune,
Right?
I think I might have had him. So I think I might have played one of his joints, but I don't know
Possibly.
the title. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
let's
what
get
the
a
title
listen.
was.
Let's see what's good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Derek Easley, Ride.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
So that right there, check. That right there was Derek Easley with Ride. We have not heard that before. We were actually talking about it while I was playing. So fellas, let's talk about it. Avi, what was the thoughts?
I think overall that beat was dope. There were a couple things I didn't like. I don't like the typical that sound. We could take that out. And on the bass drum, I think once the third or fourth kick comes in, they were off key. So that was hurting my soul, man. So I'm gonna have to cut it for that. Overall it was dope, but I'm gonna have to cut it because if I was an artist looking for a beat and you can't with something off key, I'm like, not that one.
All right. Wake.
I'd have to say the same thing. There's a lot of different cuts, a lot of different samples going on. I like the randomization. It sounded like there's some randomization going on in the percussion. It's a sound I'm really accustomed to and I like. But I'd have to say that the percussion choice, the sample choice for the different instruments could have been a little bit better. So I'm gonna have to cut it.
There it goes.
Tough critics.
We was all rocking and all of a sudden cutting that. Marin. You over there sexting, brother? What you doing?
Nah, not yet. But that's a good idea though, because that's what you got to do. You got to set your shit up from early. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So then
Fresh from church.
Yeah, exactly.
Fresh from church.
You already know. But
my gosh.
But I'm gonna keep it. There were some elements that kind of threw me off a little bit, but you could just kind of omit those. You could just just mute. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just switch it up. Like it was dope enough. It just, and I always say it, man. Like, we hear like the typical sound, the typical drum sounds. Everybody uses a lot of the same sounds and stuff, but you got to execute. And I think he tried to make it different. You know what I mean? And it definitely was different. Even when it started off, it caught my attention, man. It just had different sounds and but yeah, you know, I think the bass line could have been better. And, you know, and I would have just removed a couple of sounds, but I thought it was dope enough. Like, even just the basic beat when it started was dope alone. Like, you could even if no bass dropped, it was good enough for me to, like, kind of rock with. So I'll keep it.
Yeah, it had a lot of different interesting textures, and it was definitely, you know, a good starting point, and I think there's a lot of variation. It was just, you know, so I thought, you know, the kick drum sounded a little bit out of place. It could have been better kick drum and some percussion, but other than that, it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
So arrangement and mixing is always important, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, so I'm just gonna I'm agree with Marin on this one. I would say I would keep it. I'm not sure if it's because I'm sick or whatever. I didn't hear that off note or whatever it was, but my hearing might be a little impaired. But for the most part, everything sounded like it worked. Like, for example, 95% of the beat sounded dope. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's little things that you could fix, little imperfections, but I believe that I was rocking and I was rocking for the right reasons. So I'm going to say keep it. So that's 2 keep it's and 2 cut it's.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to the people. So
what is anybody?
If you're tuned in right now, let us know if you would keep that last beat.
Yeah, let us know, because all the beats that we do decide to keep at the end of the month, we make a playlist and put it out there for Writer's Block. And this person, we need to know right now. And that's
right now.
What beat was that again?
That was Ride.
That was Ride by Derek Easley. So let us know what you think about Ride. Matter of fact, Dimitri, not that it counts, but it counts. But would you keep it or cut it? You cut it? You sure?
Damn.
All right.
See, so I mean.
Well, over here at Gag Order. No, sir. Yeah, so let us know what you think about Derek Easley's Ride beat, man. We're kind of undecided here. We got 2 keepers, 2 cutters, and we're trying to decide if it's going to make Writer's Block. So let us know what you thought on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook as well. We're about to go to break. We're going to go to break soon, right? Cool. And when we come back, we're going to talk with Wake Anderson from Soundbridge, a little bit more about the company, a little bit more about what he's doing and the software he has out. So Beat Club Podcast, everything, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We'll be back. What up, everybody? Welcome back from the break. I'm your boy, Do It All Loops, here with Mr.
Mark Marin
and Artificial AV.
And we're here with our special guest for today, man, Wake Anderson of Soundbridge.
Hello.
Yeah. Keep it simple, keep it smooth, man. So, for the people that are previously listening, Wake was here the whole time, kind of doing Keep It or Cut It with us. There was a beat. Did we figure that out? There was a beat that was submitted that gave us like this white noise. Who is it by again? Can you hit that trash?
It was the Typo one, I think.
I got you.
Yeah, it was Typo. It was Typo. Yep. The name of the track is Typo. And
it was Manny Beats Shy with Typo.
Manny Beats Shy.
So we got the beat working, right? Oh, we're gonna check right now.
Yep.
We're gonna take a listen.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Yeah, sometimes
So that was Manny Beats Shy. We finally got a chance to listen to it. Thank you for sending the file, man. I'm sorry we had some complications earlier on, but Dimitri worked it out for us. So now we actually got a chance to listen to the beat, and it's our last beat of the day for Keep It or Cut It. Marin, thoughts?
Keep it, man. It was dope. Had that classic, like G-Funk West Coast vibe, man. Low riders, drop top. I heard Snoop. I heard Corrupt. I heard, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just brought me there. So for that, I'll keep it, man. That dope, like, just nostalgic vibe, man. Classic G shit right there. I like it. Simple and plain.
Cool. AV, thoughts?
Off the rip, I'm keeping it, man. My only suggestion was that when you did drop the beat and took out like the bass line and the synths, it kind of got plain, but you brought it back in at the right time, and the beat needed to just stay like that. So as a loop, fire. Keeping it.
Weak.
I thought the bass line was funky. I'd keep it. I thought that I heard a little bit of distortion in some of the samples. I mean, I'm kind of on the verge of saying cut it for that reason, but I'll keep it. It had a funky bass line. It held my interest, so.
Just enough to keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just enough.
Just enough.
All right, so I don't really got much to say about it. I'm just happy we got it fixed, and honestly, it was like because we got it fixed, and it wasn't just a bunch of air, and it was kind of hot. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, I know it would have been horrible if it was a whack beat.
If it was a whack beat, I was like, yo, why do we resuscitate this whack beat? Like, why do we make that happen? So wait, how many keep its is that across? That's me and you with
everybody.
That's everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody's keeping.
Oh, okay, cool. So shout out to Manny Beach Shy, man.
Because everything he sent us so far, I think
Yeah,
we've kept.
I
it.
think it's 2 for 2 right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But
Gotta make it to Chi-Town, man.
yeah, for sure. Well, that's kind of it right now for Keep It or Cut It. We're gonna kind of direct our attention over to our guest for the day, Wake Anderson. So now that you're here,
Yep.
and now that the focus is on you, sir,
Okay.
and you've been chilling with the Beat Club podcast for a little bit.
Just kind of got thrown into it, but yeah.
This is how we get thrown.
It's fine.
That's just
Make shit work.
Make shit work, man.
Make shit work.
That's the motto here.
Improv.
How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Been working hard or hardly working?
Working every day is working very hard. Yeah, we're getting done getting the post production together. We're actually going to be running a Kickstarter fairly soon. That's going to go towards this final development phase of 2 new products that we're looking to launch this June. So we've just been busy scrambling, working on that. And yeah, every day is just like, listening to customers, seeing what they need and listening to their needs and incorporating that into the workflow.
So let me ask you a question. What made you decide in developing a DAW, or DAW,
Exactly.
or digital audio workstation for those that don't know?
Yep.
What made you decide to do that? What was there a white space you needed to fill there? Something wasn't happening on the PC end, or?
Yeah, well, you see, I'm a traditional musician. I grew up playing guitar since the age of 10. Played, jazz, studied jazz guitar. Was writing a lot of music.
You went to Berkeley?
No, I went to
Northeastern.
Northeastern. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I went to Northeastern. So when I first got into recording, my first experience, and I think a lot of people's experience is first you go buy, let's say the sound card from Guitar Center, and it comes with a copy of Cubase.
Yeah, Cubase.
And, to me, that initial experience, I didn't even touch the sound card for about 2 years because, the icons were weird. It just, the basic things, like how to arm a track was very difficult to initially figure out when you're all by yourself.
Yeah.
And there's no one else to teach you. And this was prior to YouTube, too. This was when I was still in high school. So when I got my first Mac before I went to college, it came with GarageBand. And then I was just like, voila, this is so easy. Why? Because it had very good user experience, very good, it put the essentials kind of in your face. So, I get into recording, and as soon as I picked up GarageBand, I'm making a ton of music all the time. But there's a lot of limitations too, The workflow is very nice, but for example, during that time, it didn't have VST support. There wasn't, much swing capabilities, etc. They might have added some of that stuff now, but there's still some significant limitations with it. And then when you go, let's say, to the professional options, you're looking at dropping, no less than $100 to $2,000 and a minimum of a 2-year learning curve. So the idea was to get that workflow, that learning curve, and that intuitive feeling that I felt using GarageBand and putting it into something that's highly professional, uncompromising, accessible, and affordable to everyone. That's exactly what we've done.
And it's called Lumit?
Well, Lumit's the current product. The company's called Soundbridge. You can find us at www.soundbridge.io, not .com, .io. You may download Lumit for free there.
Hold on. Say it one more time. You could download that for how much?
Free.
There you go. Just making sure.
$3.99. Exactly. All it costs is your email. We also have a very well-written blog. It's maintained by professionals in EDM, Freak Frequency and Modern 8. These guys have traveled around the world. They're from Europe. They contribute every week to our blog, and
oh wow,
there's always these high-level, very easy to digest tutorials, but really lots of A/B comparisons. Like, this is what it sounds like, then you apply the technique, and now this is what it sounds like afterwards. Walkthroughs. We also do live streams and a lot of stuff. So we're a huge educational powerhouse for everything music production.
That's awesome.
And we also offer this free software, and the whole purpose is just to democratize access to the technology. I want music production to be as accessible as more like graphic design. Look how much graphic design is developed, to the point where you have all these freelancers working from home, and I think music can be there too. So
shout out to all my graphic designers working from home. Yeah. What up?
So is the goal for the software to kind of like how GarageBand comes on a Mac? Almost guaranteed you're gonna have GarageBand on your phone now.
Yeah, well,
is that the ultimate goal, that when you buy any PC or whatever, that it's automatically on the computer?
Well, you see, we have thousands of users now, and a lot of them come back to us, and they're like, it literally cut my workflow down from hours to minutes.
Oh wow.
Especially, I'm sure we could probably try this in the stew to give it a little time test, because it's a
little
time-based
showing or
competition, right?
Yeah.
But everyone that is involved in the product design is a professional to semi-professional music producer. We go through a lot of testing, and it's all about reducing the number of clicks it takes to do simple routine task.
I was going to ask you that.
just so you can stay in the creative flow and really focus on what matters, and that's making incredible music, not sitting there, with the programming side of things. Like, that should be very fluid. And so everything we do with our software is about, optimizing the productivity, the workflow, cutting the learning curve down, making it accessible, and of course it has these unique mobile capabilities that are so.
Now have people that have, let's say, used Pro Tools and then have used your software, have you found them to be like, I'm about to just completely cross over, I'm about to just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
That happens all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pro
Well,
Tool
actually,
users.
the majority of our users are former users of existing solutions, such as Ableton, Pro Tools, etc. These are people that have, bought the software in the last year.
Yep.
And they haven't been productive with it. And then they switch over to our system, and then they're like making a ton of music.
That's freaking impressive then, if that's the case.
And if you send us your music, we'll rehost it on our SoundCloud and promote. We're always looking for people that produce on our music, and we want to support that community and help grow it and build it. So, if you're out there and you're using Lumit, send us some tracks, and we'll get it up on SoundCloud.
And how do they send you the tracks? So just go...
Yeah, we have a contact form.
Yep.
Just go to the website, contact us at the bottom, just fill out the form. We'll get back to you very quickly. I handle all technical support, so.
Oh, you're a hard-working man, man. So let me just get this straight. So you have Pro Tool users who have been using it, let's say, for years. Try your software, which has a learning curve of 24 to 48 hours, roughly.
Yeah, well, I would say that we're at the we get a lot of beginners that have bought like a system like Pro Tools, or it came free with their sound card, etc. And they're traditional musicians. They have a good understanding of music theory, but the technology's in the way.
Yeah.
So what we found is the workflow seems to accommodate a lot of people in this area. Of course, once you've spent 2 to 3 years learning a system like Pro Tools, it's fairly, it has to break your heart to leave that. It's such. But, the complexity has been a barrier to entry to the industry. It's been a barrier to entry to jobs and careers. To say that Pro Tools like the back of your hand is kind of like a specialized thing. So we're all about disrupting that and breaking down those barriers and, really doing everything we can to simplify the process, not, develop these convoluted design structures. Like, really, we put a lot of thought into our interface. And, if we're going to add a new feature, we have to say, well, where is it going to graphically go in the GUI? Are they going to be able to find it immediately, or are they going to have to dig through a 200-page manual?
So my question is, I know you said it's free because I noticed you can get a free activation code or whatever it is on the website. Is it free forever, or is it like a subscription-based type thing after a certain amount of time? Like,
As far as we know right now, we're just in a growth phase. So right now it's free without any limitations. You know, of course, we'll have to start monetizing down the road, but that'll be in the form of a new update and significant feature enhancements. Yeah, we have a strategy behind the scenes. I can't talk about it on the air, of course, but
that's cool.
It's going to be cool.
And let me know if I'm wrong, but there was something also called the is it Lumit? Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, Lumit.
Lumit Academy.
Yes, Lumit Academy. Yeah, that's hosted by Modern 8, Goran Topric. That's that was filmed out of one of the nicest mastering studios in Lisbon, Portugal. And it takes you everywhere from just understanding alternating current and what your speakers are doing, the physics of audio, through music theory, through synthesis, sound design, all the way up through making your...
These are tutorials, or
this is a video web series that we have on our YouTube channel.
Oh, nice!
That's awesome. So you just go to YouTube, type in Soundbridge.
Yep.
And you know, I think the first class starts you off with just the basics of sound and alternating current, and then it leads you in a very, you know, easy to understand, practical way through, you know, producing your own song. But you really get pretty much the education of, you know, a semester of intro to synthesis at Berkeley or something like that.
So can a person that, you know, let's say we just dove into the software, we get the software, there's certain people, you know, like when you buy a new phone, you don't read the directions, you just dive right in?
I mean, the technology is one side of the spectrum, but the knowledge is the other side, right?
Yeah.
So we're kind of providing both. So we have a really good resource that's written by, you know, trained professionals that actually have made a living out of this. Like, they've toured the world, they've released albums. Like, Freak Frequency is typically number 10 on Beatport Psytrance charts, like, once a month. So these are guys that really know what they're doing. They're writing our content. It's, you know, they're not failed musicians. They're accomplished musicians.
Yeah.
So we do as much as we can to provide this kind of content and just make it as accessible as possible.
Now, you did mention that though every time I've seen it on YouTube or whatever, it was always showed on like the Surface 4 or something. Yeah. But you did say it is available for Mac as well.
It's a desktop software. It's a heavy C++ desktop software, takes advantage of all your RAM and memory. It's not mobile. What we wanted to do is we wanted to make the functionality of the desktop go mobile, not the other way around. We didn't want to build like an iOS app that had a desktop equivalent. We wanted to bring, like, you know, your native instruments complete 10 with you on the road.
Nice.
To be able to plug into an Audio, you know, sound card, all your MIDI controls and everything. And when we saw the Surface, we're just like, well, we're at this development stage right now. We might as well accommodate it. We have the latest version of Visual Studio, so we're the first one from the ground up to design our software for the Microsoft Universal Windows platform. But it's also available for Mac, and it's a very, very heavy-duty desktop digital audio workstation. It's just that learning curve is significantly less, and you're going to have more of an experience with GarageBand without compromise.
And is it one of those things where, like, is the Mac version equally... what's the word I'm looking for?
It's the exact same software.
It's the exact same software.
It's the exact same software.
Because I remember when I used to be on a PC, I used to love Fruity Loops. Like, that was my thing. I loved Fruity Loops, FL Studio. And then when I tried to go over Mac, you know, there was like, oh, there's a Mac-like version, but you got to get Parallel. And
no, they don't make anything for Mac.
Yeah, but you got to get a software to turn your Mac computer into a PC.
Oh, you had to like boot camp.
It was like all this extra stuff just for me to use FL Studio on my Mac, and I'm like, screw this, and so I just went to a different program.
Yeah, I think they made their application native, so they would have to rewrite the whole thing from scratch. I think. I don't know why they don't have a Mac version, but we have a Mac version.
I think they're working on it.
They've been working on it forever. Yeah, we're talking about Soundbridge. But
we're already there.
Yeah.
So talk about some of the capabilities on there, like what separate. I mean, other than workflow and making it extra user friendly. Talk about some of the capabilities, like sound wise, like manipulating sound and what you got going on.
So Lumit is kind of our minimum value offering. We just launched it last January at the first ever Software.NAM exhibit, and this was kind of like our beta. We wanted to learn from the user experience. We just wanted to kind of launch something, and that's what's available for free right now, and kind of get that user feedback. Now, we've been developing the next generation of Lumit, which is going to be branded under Soundbridge. So eventually this is going to be the Soundbridge universe. And Soundbridge is so incredible because we have partnered with this company called Skytrax.io, and pretty much gets rid of all need for Dropbox, email, and chat.
I love Dropbox, man.
But listen. It natively integrates this within the digital audio workstation where you do the work.
Right.
So it's a virtual collaboration environment. So you see your friends, you see when they're online.
Yep.
You know how on SoundCloud you can leave a comment on the audio?
Yeah.
You can do that for audio MIDI automation tracks. And then when you upload your entire projects to the cloud, it's not just saved in a Dropbox, it's saved in an in-browser sequencer. And now when your music's in a sequencer in the browser, you can send a private URL link to anyone in the world, and they can record directly in the Google Chrome, and then you receive that back in the desktop.
Hold on. You said they can record directly
into Google Chrome.
Whoa.
And then so we're using the cloud-based stuff as kind of a arm or an extension to go out and capture people from around the world.
That's tough.
And they don't have to download anything. But yeah, we have brand new effects. We've added new visual EQs, but we have an awesome drum machine coming out that is going to be called Rhythmix. And again, we're doing a Kickstarter to kind of get us through the next 6 months on this project. And so that's when we're going to go public with it, and you'll be able to see the how the interface looks and all of that. So watch out for that. And also for donating towards our Kickstarter, you get an entire 2-month semester with Goran Tobrick Modern 8. So you're not just giving us money. You're getting the equivalent to a $3,000 music production class that you would often see at a Dubspot or a Pyramid or a Maven.
Yeah.
That's where your donation goes.
Very dope.
So you will be receiving that in exchange. But the drum machine is really sweet. It has a 16-step sequencer built into it. It has a bunch of randomization algorithms. You can randomize your own rhythm. It's like a rhythm generator.
Mm-hmm.
Full editing capabilities, lots of envelopes, really cool.
Well, we have a question from outside here from I Know Shells that says, ask him if it works with existing VSTs. This sounds dope.
Yes, it supports the entire VST standard, VST I through 3.
And there was something I read, and let me know if I'm wrong, but I read it says, for the first time ever, audio engineers can create professional audio assets using VSTs, MIDI controllers, and high-fidelity, low-latency USB sound cards that run audio stream in, out. ASIO, is that how you say that?
ASIO. Yep.
ASIO, there you go, drivers from a device that weighs less than a pound. That was from like the Microsoft Surface 4 thing. That's the way they...
Yeah.
That's
what Microsoft's saying about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I seen like people were plugging up like microphones into the Surface Pro and like out in the field. And
we actually
sick.
what we actually did is we took the tablets out into the field and we recorded the sounds of the T, of the Boston T. Mm-hmm. We had like the doors opening.
Yeah.
And we had like the intercom from the bus, and we made a song, and that was written about by the Boston Globe, and you can find the article on Google, but it's called Transportation Chaos like you've never heard it before.
Yeah.
It's a really good article. But yeah, that's the whole point of it. We want you to go out into the real world and source your own samples, take them from your natural environment, and incorporate that organic, found sound into your recordings. Because ultimately, I think that's what makes a lot of electronic productions more interesting.
And it's really promoting the collab. I mean, because that one thing that we've done at the Stew is we've created things where people were able to collab either there on the spot or people that did beats or did part of the beat battle, because we had like a panel of 6.
Yeah.
They would hear the other person like, you know what, after this, let's collab.
Yep.
And these folks, some folks will live in Lawrence, Mass. Some people will live in Cambridge, all over the place. But you're saying that this software gives them the opportunity to collab over the cloud.
Yes.
That's dope.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope. And you would have to have the software on both ends in order to make that work?
Yep. So when this launches, of course, when we initially launch, it's going to be free, just like everything. Mm-hmm. You get your first project on Skytrax for free, and it's very affordable to upgrade through their system, just for extra cloud storage. I mean, you're saving entire projects on the cloud. Like some of your projects may be gigabytes.
Yeah.
So that cloud storage does have to be paid for.
Right.
So ultimately, I think it's like $10 a month. You get pretty much unlimited cloud storage, but it's not just like saving it into Dropbox.
Yeah.
It's like in the sequencer.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's in the sequencer, they're also coming out with their own in-browser effects. They're coming out with choruses, EQs, delay units, so you can actually do production in the sequencer in the browser, and then be able to render all that and bring it back into the desktop DAW, or just use it to record people. It's a simple recorder.
And have people use it also, I mean, for mixing and mastering The mixing and mastering capabilities
this is all coming out. This is all coming out. So this is new stuff we're working on. So that's just this is inside Stu.
Oh yeah.
You heard it
Club
first here.
exclusive.
Exclusive.
Only here at the
The Beat Club.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That's how long have you been working on this? You said you've been working on it for. It's been out for 3 years or 2 years or.
No, all right. So the story started back in 2014. That's when we began developing. You know, these products don't come out of nowhere. It took us about 22 months to get it developed into market. We got it to market in January 2016. We just launched it and listened. And we fixed as many bugs as we possibly could to get it into a stable state. It's in a stable state now. And we just took all that knowledge and we incorporated and we started developing these new products in July. And we're at the final stage of it. And we just want to, raise the rest of the funds to continue it through this Kickstarter and then launch it. It's going to be great.
Man, we need to get you down to the stew and maybe see about doing like a nice little product overview or a demo or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we're just starting up. We're starting up our new season in April, man. So we need to talk and see about.
I'd love to.
And putting that out there so the people can know, man.
Yeah, he actually threw it out there already.
I know he threw it out there. That's why I'm going to put it out on the air so I have it. When he says yes, I have it in the audio file that he said yes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that needs to happen. I think producers, I never knew about it. You know what I mean? I didn't even know about you until AV brought you to my attention. And I'm like, oh, but this sounds really cool, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like really, really cool. And if you have Pro Tool users already saying they converted and they're jumping over.
Yeah.
Because I know some hardcore Pro Tool users.
Yeah.
Like they're like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
you know how that goes.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. Because you take so long to learn the software. You're like,
exactly.
I'm not going to give this up.
Yeah. What we want to do is we want to really put an emphasis on network and connectivity and, collaborate with some of the other music startups out there that are doing web-based stuff and being able to connect to them and bring that and aggregate it all into the desktop DAW. So you can take advantage of these hybrid environments where you may do some work in the browser, you may do some work on the tablet, you may do some work on the desktop, but it's all connected and it's all backwards compatible.
Damn, Wake.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad we had you come up here because when I explained it, it sounded nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Oh, thanks, man.
It didn't sound nothing like that.
I was kind of lost, but I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad you came up here, and I don't know, you're winning me over right now.
Yeah.
I'm Reason like to the core. So.
Oh, dude, I grew up with Reason.
Yeah,
so, like,
you're winning me over right now.
Yeah.
Definitely gets, I mean,
I definitely appreciate
checking
everything
out
on the market. Yeah, sure.
He's Reason. I'm Logic. Yeah.
Right now, I'm using Machine.
I'm Logic
using
too.
Native
A little
instruments,
bit,
Machine.
yeah.
We guys will be
to
forming
make
all that
beats.
once this new
Oh,
generation.
damn. I do need some new software. This is very true. So I guess I can go to soundbridge.io.
Yep, soundbridge.io. And you
I
can
fill
download
it,
Lumet.
and then what I'll do is I'll type in my email address and get my free activation
It's
code.
easy as that.
And as easy as that. And then I
Yep.
can rock out
Yep.
for,
Email, password, get free activation key or get DAW, and you have it.
and you could do that on every single month. Your iPad, your computer, and all that, and just do the same thing. And all set? Or-
Yeah, you can register through an iPad, but you download it as desktop software.
Desktop
so
software,
It only
gotcha.
comes on your desktop. We have a sample bank of over 1,000 audio samples that come with it too.
Gotcha.
And we have a creative effects suite that's developed by Z-Plane in Germany. So it comes with some really, really good equalizers, delays, choruses, stuff like that.
So,
Damn.
I guess I can only relate to FL Studio. You remember how like you used to get the drums and the drums were just so stock, they just needed help.
Yeah.
Like they,
I was gonna ask
how
that
are the
too.
sounds?
We are definitely, we took on the approach of, less is more.
Yep.
We have over 1,000 samples, but we didn't want to push it. And the price difference between like a mid-level version of some software and like a high-level version is because of like the 5,000 samples or something it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times those samples were just like mass-produced and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't take a lot of care. So we
Right.
definitely focused on these 1,000 samples and made sure we have some really cool sounds. Like, oh man, there's this one sample. It's like a carousel that's all mangled. It's like the carousel from hell sample.
wow.
It like really cool, experimental, interesting stuff in there. So I'm sure you'd find something really.
Man, this
Gotta
year's stew
experiment.
might be dope. I got some ideas brewing already, man. If you guys have any questions on Twitter or on Facebook that you want to ask Wake, man, feel free to hit us up. Avi will definitely post it up here so we can direct the question directly at Wake because this sounds amazing.
So,
really
so
amazing.
you were
Yeah.
a finalist in the Mass Challenge.
Yes.
Talk about that experience a little bit. Like what's that all about? A lot of
Oh, my
young
God.
entrepreneurs out there.
Yeah. So we're a 2016 Mash Challenge finalist. I totally recommend if you're involved in a startup to apply to Mash Challenge. It did wonders for our business. When we first entered the market, we had went to Guitar Center's headquarters in California. We had, mingled. We spent a lot of time going into retail and the traditional way of selling software, which is a one-time purchase, etc. But we were just surrounded by so many people, not necessarily that were in the music industry, but we're in e-commerce and online business development in general. And got some really good mentors. One of my mentors was the senior graphic designer for Warner Brother Video Games. Another one was co-founder of a company called Zentro, which is like a huge freelance social network for clients to find freelancers. And also another guy directly from Microsoft's marketing team that helped us, tremendously with building that partnership. So it was a very good opportunity. Yeah.
That's dope.
That is very dope. I seen some video. I think it was actually on the webpage. You guys actually demoed it in like City Hall Plaza or something like that. There was some table out there. We had people just walk up and create music on the spot.
Well, that's what we could do for like, any of your events too. The Stew. We have this street studio. It's all in my car, just like all fits in my car. So it's a very nice setup.
Yeah.
And what we do is we go out and we record, what we do is we come out with a drum track and a bass line, essentially. And then we give you the headphones and we provide an array of instruments and also the software on tablets plugged in the MIDI controllers in Native Instruments 10. And we just record people jamming over essentially this backing track. And then what we do is we cut it up and chop it and send it back to everyone, and everyone becomes a part of a larger Hollywood production.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we might need that. We might need that. If you want to see Soundbridge and Wake Anderson coming to the Stew April 9th, definitely comment, hit us up on Twitter, let us know so we can pull them down in and get them to be a part of the program, man, because I could definitely see some audience members or something like that getting involved or something like that, just off the side. That's dope.
Yeah, a lot of ideas, bro. We got to do some custom stew kits.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
And all of that.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. And are you guys gonna be eventually doing stuff where more sounds are gonna be obtainable by people that are subscribed or part of it? Or
yeah, exactly. So like I said, I can't say too much about it, but our whole emphasis is going to be network sharing, collaboration, connectivity. So the idea is that we won't have to put ourselves in the driver's seat of producing samples. There's going to be a community aspect to it too.
Now
that's something just not to cut you both off, but that's just something like a tip for producers out there, man. I think a lot of people get caught in their shell, and collaboration is the most important part of music production.
Absolutely.
You need, even if it's just somebody else's ear.
Yeah.
You need to collaborate, and that's dope, man. You're kind of forcing people to there's no excuse.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse.
very well put.
It's all about networking and really learning from other people. And the most professional people I know found their genre's community in their city. And they hung out with them. They became an integral part of it. And they hung out all the time, and they shared ideas, and that's how they grew, and that's why they're as good as they are, because they were all feeding off each other. Even just having mentors and other peers that are doing the same thing as you. There's one thing to vibe off each other's energy, but if you really get together and look at it like a science and try to discover techniques that are applicable that are going to help you develop and get to that next level in terms of mixing or production in general or arranging. All about sharing information. I think that's absolutely valuable.
Now, you probably answered this question a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna pose it a different way. There was I think there's maybe been about one or two other pieces of software developers that are kind of doing this whole community share thing as well, or they're trying to. I forgot. I don't want to put the name out there because we're not going to talk about them. We're talking about him.
Right.
Nah, it wasn't Splice. Was it Splice?
No, it wasn't Splice.
It was.
But
started with
an
an
S,
community.
though.
Yeah, but I've heard of people trying to create a cloud-based sharing.
Oh, Pick a Sound?
No, but you're putting me on a whole bunch of stuff now. Splice and Pick a Sound. But all I'm saying is, if there is other ones that are out there that are brewing and coming about, what should make a person say no? I want to go with Lumit. Like, what is the deciding factor?
Well, I think we're really smart in developing a digital audio workstation because that's home base.
Yep.
That's where you're doing the music. That's your canvas, So our differentiator is always going to be back to where the work gets done. So it's going to cut that time down. Like if you're bouncing between multiple applications, if you're going in and out of your email, you have to grab a sample from Dropbox. You have to go check this guy's notes on your Gmail. You got to go over here to find samples.
Yep.
Those are a lot of steps in the way between your idea and getting it recorded. So I keep coming back to workflow, but I'm telling you that it's critical that there's some solid workflow that cuts those steps down to as minimal of a process as possible.
Yeah.
So we don't we know that this is where kind of like the industry's going, and it's still slow to pick up and connect to the internet and be able to take advantage of all this stuff because, some of these legacy softwares were developed in the 90s, in the late 90s. So we're here doing innovative things with the digital audio workstation, connecting it to the internet, and it's taking as much advantage of it as possible.
That's dope. So we have, we have another segment of the show that's going to be happening soon, but I want to make sure that the people get all the information they need to get from you to contact you, because I know you said you do technical support. Or
I do technical support.
So that's one way to get in contact with you. But please let them know where they can find your company, what they need to do right away, besides just download the software. Just put it all out there for the people to hear.
Yeah, for sure. So again, the website is www.soundbridge.io, not .com.io. There you can download the software for free. If you go to soundbridge.io/blog, you can find our huge, extensive blog. Talks about everything music production. Very good search engine too, so it's very easy. If you want to find a million articles on how to effectively use delay, just type in delay. You can follow us on Twitter, which is at SoundbridgeIO. You can find us on Facebook, which is Soundbridge. Our YouTube channel is also Soundbridge as well, and SoundCloud.com/SoundbridgeIO. That's all user-generated content. So if you make something in our software and you want to share it with us, we'd love to throw it up on the SoundCloud and help promote it through our social channels. So definitely just get out there, use it. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's a really badass software. Really.
No, it sounds
Put a lot of heart into it.
No, it sounds like a badass program.
Yeah.
You guys have any other questions real quick before we go to Tracks That Bang? Or you guys good? Or?
Nah, man, I just think it's dope, man. I commend you for what you're doing, and it's dope to hear somebody that's really a musician.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that perspective is necessary. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of softwares out there that don't really cater to us because I don't think they're developed by us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why it's not user friendly. You saw the situation. You were like, nah, there's a void. Yeah, you felt it. Yeah.
In my pocket and in my time.
Yeah, exactly. So, you filled the void, and, that's really commendable, man. So that's dope, man. I appreciate it, man. And I got to download that joint as soon as I get
we're about to go try right now. That might be
that
might be one of the things we got to do for our little tune for tune battle that happens later on. We might have to make a beat in there just for the heck of it. So we're going to see what's up. And you never been to a stew before?
No.
Oh, you got to come down
I
to
need
the
to
stew.
go.
Yep, Sunday, April 9th.
Sunday, April 9th. That's like third plug. We're doing good with that. That's good. Sunday, April 9th, man. We have to come down there. Come down there, and what we'll do is try to set something up, man, so the people can get hit. Because seeing is believing. Like, you know what I mean? Like when Navy said, when he told me, I was like, oh, all right. And even when I went to the website, it was just like, okay, all right. But hearing you explain it,
Yeah.
now I want to see it. Now I want to see it. Like, all right, this is what I can do now. So I'm more amped about making something when I go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll make it. And plus, it's available on Mac as well, because that's what I have. So
Yes.
cool. But yeah, man, thank you so much to Wake Anderson from Soundbridge. He's going to chat with us for a little bit longer, man. But we do have a segment that we do have to commit to, which is Tracks That Bang. Dimitri,
have no submission today.
you don't have no. Well, this is the deal.
Yeah.
Dimitri, do you have my folder Tracks That Bang in that?
I forgot it.
All right, so there's 3 tracks in there, but I'm only going to play one. And I'm going to tell you which one. All right? Avi, you don't have one either?
Nah.
It's cool, because I'm going to let the artist know something. You sure you don't have one?
Nah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Alright.
and I definitely checked the folder.
No.
Yeah,
The folder is damn near empty. So basically, Wake, so you can get familiar as well. What we do is we have indie artists, indie recording artists, they submit tracks to us, and they have to be hot songs. We pick, each host picks a hot song and plays it at the end of the show. For the past 2 weeks, this is the second week, the songs have been lackluster. They've either failed on the mixing, just wasn't hitting, or to me, it felt like the producers who made the tracks, the artists screwed up the song. Like it was, the beat was hitting, but the artists just not do their thing. You need better friends or better network.
Yeah, once again, we told you, just because you send it doesn't mean we're going to play it, man.
Yeah.
It has to be a track that bangs, man. Something that's dope, man.
Exactly. So, do you need to go anywhere by any chance? All right, cool. Yeah, so with that said, thank you everybody for your submissions for tracks that bang, but everything that was sent up until maybe last week has now been deleted because those tracks do not bang. So keep it blunt. Get some artists to work with, really focus with those artists, and if anything, sit in on a session because it's destroying your production. Artists, if some tracks that artists submitted, you need better production. So listen to the beats that play on this show or a previous show. Find writer's block. Find the producers there and work with the producers that are making the cut here at the Beat Club podcast. Even come out to the Stu and Network or whatever because your tracks need some type of help.
And also, man, too, you don't have to just send the music yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like people out there, if you got artists that you support and artists that you love, that you got love for, man, send it over. You know what I'm saying? Send it over. You know, the producers out there, if you got artists that you love, just because they didn't rhyme to your beat doesn't mean you don't love their music. Send that over too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man. It's community, spreading love. So yeah, and I just dropped the ball this week on bringing my own submission. But yeah, y'all need to send some heat.
It's all right. It's cool.
To some Soundbridge user generated.
Yeah, and this is what I was about to say, right? If you guys are having problems when it comes to you need beats or you're mixing whatever, you just need to go to soundbridge.io. Download the software. Get your shit straight. You know what I mean? Get it all correct, man, because we don't have any tracks that bang, and we really wanted some tracks that bang. So
well, we got one?
I got one that I'm gonna ask Dimitri to play. I'm gonna go with, because I really like the song. I also really like the video, and I'm gonna go with It's Because I Never Had Nothing. Do you see that, Dimitri? That's by Juan Diablo from BB Co. Video is dope. It just kind of talks about going from rags to riches, and kind of like when you don't have anything, when you finally get it, that's why you act up with it. So and I dig it. The video is dope. He's like in a broke down Honda or something, and out of nowhere, like no shorties is holler at him and anything. But then he gets his swag together, and all of a sudden the same shorty's like, hey, and he's like, get out of here. Rolls up the window, and like I like stuff like that. So we're gonna stump for a second. Shout out to Juan Diablo, Because I Never Had Nothing. Let's go.
Being Coalition, what up?
The Beat Club.
It's because I never had nothing, and now I'm getting rich. I'm spending every cent that I get. It's because I never had nothing. I done came from the gutter, trying to cop a crib for my mother. It's because I never had nothing. I rock all these jewels, my whole hood strapped with them tools. It's because I never had nothing. It's because I never had nothing. Born in the ghetto, roll with the devil. Dealers, pimps, dope fiends, whores and stilettos. Real shit, took trips to the store with the metal. Act up, we get it poppin' like corn in the kettle. And we ain't have nothing, had to get it by any means. We ain't have digis, wait to work on the triple beams to get a little cream. Yeah, we was on the back blocks. We ain't have guap, just hunger pains and some crack rocks. Lint in my pocket, money was the topic. Hit the projects, me and Manny, we was trying to make a profit. We was skipping class just to hit the Ave. Mommy caught me with my ass, but I was trying to get the cash. Wasn't trying to be broke like our moms. Sold pills, weed, cocaine, fiends, dope in their arms. Listen, I ain't have shit growing up, nigga, I'm past frontin'. Then they wonder why my ass stuntin'. It's because I never had nothing, and now I'm getting rich. I'm spending every cent that I get. It's because I never had nothing. I done came from the gutter. Tryna cop a crib for my mother. It's because I never had nothing. I rock all these jewels. My whole hood strapped with them tools. It's because I never had nothing. Had nothing. It's because I never had nothing. Had nothing. Had nothing. Now I'm getting money. Rainy days are sunny.
So that right there was Juan Diablo with Because I Never Had None. You can actually check the video out on YouTube. I highly recommend it because I definitely believe visuals that support the song will help you appreciate the musician fully. So definitely check it out. Juan Diablo, BB Co, man. That was my Track Stat Bang submission. Looks like my Geminis over here, they're going to hit y'all next week. But the only way they can hit y'all next week is by artists submitting tracks that actually bang. Please, feed us good music. We're going to have to go find our own, but feed us good music. You know what I mean? But Cosign, that was actually a good little track right there. It's a track that bang.
Yeah, I rock with it.
Cool.
Yeah, I rock with it.
All right, cool. So we're just going to go down the line real quick. Any last little bit of words from anybody before we close out the show?
Hey, man. Thank you once again, Wake, for coming through.
Let's give a round of applause for Wake real quick.
Yeah, man.
A round of applause for Wake, man. Soundbridge.io.
Soundbridge.io.
Yeah, man. Just excited for these upcoming events, man. That we got that podcast launch, the Beat Club podcast launch, where we're gonna do Keep It or Cut It live.
Tell them.
Yeah, we're gonna do it live, man. So producers come through.
Should we also tell them the other thing about that, or should we hold off on that slide? Should we hold off?
Yeah, but let's tell them. Let's tell them.
So all right. So here we go. Marin, go ahead, Marin. You already know.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do this time around, now that we got the date locked in for the first episode of the Stew this year, we're gonna do something special at the podcast launch. Like I said, we're gonna play Keep It or Cut It like we do right here. It's pretty much gonna be a live podcast, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It'll be that whole experience. But what we're gonna do is the best producer in the building that night can earn a slot at the actual Stew.
For free 99?
For free 99.
Damn, for free 99?
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
on the panel.
And you heard it here, man, at
The Beat Club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, we figured, and that's what the podcast is all about anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because we connect with so many producers and not everybody doesn't get a chance to get on the panel. Mm-hmm. So this is the opportunity to kind of spread that love. So at the launch, it's going to be just a straight open kitchen, an open mic for producers. Come through,
just vibe out,
sign up at the door, you know what I'm saying, and you get a slot to just get up there and vibe out, play as many beats as you want in that time. Mm-hmm. We usually do 3 minutes. We might stretch it.
Yeah, if these producers that we played earlier come through, we'll stretch it.
We'll stretch it.
If he come through the door,
max it'll be like a 5-minute beat set.
Yeah,
because and that always depends on the amount of people that come through and sign up. But just come through, pay at the door, and it's free to sign up. And basically we're gonna have a sign up for basically a straight Keep It or Cut It. And the best producer in the building, man, gets a slot on the Stew, man.
So you heard that. I want to make sure that you got the prices correct. You pay at the door, but it is free to sign up. Unlike any open kitchen where you have to pay to sign up, this is free to sign up. Come through the door. Come vibe with a bunch of producers. Rock out to the crowd, man. And there's a chance that if we keep it and we want to keep you, you get a free slot on the panel. Normally people have to pay for that. I just want to let you know. Free. So we got free stuff. We got a free slot. We got Loom It for free. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Marin. Tell them more. You got anything else coming out? Or what's going on? April 9th?
Yeah, April 9th, man. That's it. Like March 17th, Beat Club podcast launch.
St. Patty's Day?
Yeah, St. Patty's Day, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely getting lit. It's going to be a celebration. I'm just excited about the upcoming events, man. I'm really excited that we got that date locked in for the Stew, man.
Yes,
I'm getting anxious.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all register.
Yep.
AV, anything you want to say? You good?
They just got to register. Get on it early before all the slots fill up.
There you go.
That's the stewshowcase.com.
There you go.
Get on it right now. Like literally right now.
And I would also say this, for all the people that are listening, thank you so much for all your support, all your comments, just everything. You guys are helping us grow. And for the people that are just now listening for the first time, keep listening. It's Beat Club Podcast, everything, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. For people that want to submit beats, it's beatclubpodcast.com. There's buttons there to submit beats. There's also buttons there to submit a track that bangs. So please feed us music so we can feed the community. And also let us know on the comments what you thought about the Just Blaze and Swizz Beatz battle because it's still in the back of my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Marin's going to catch up on us, so we're going to probably
Yeah.
continue this next week. But with no further ado, man, thank you so much to Gaggle the Network. Shout out to Wake Anderson, Artificial AV, my boy Mark Marin right here.
Yep.
And you already know. What do you say? Authentic lifestyle, stay true to the movement.
Yep.
Yes, sir. It's the Beat Club podcast, man. So we out of here, man. So just because I can say it on the radio, I'm going to say it right now. She.